Beyond the Veil, Secrets of the Universe, Ancient Gods and Hidden Knowledge, Part 9, Gnostic Thought and the Simulated World, a Timeless Search for Meaning. For millennia, humans have gazed into the heavens, looked deep within themselves, and turned to sacred texts in search of answers. Who created us? Why are we here? What is the purpose of this existence? These questions have defined human thought and spirituality, but they've also led to competing philosophies about the nature of reality itself. Welcome back to Positive Vortex. Today we explore the concept of Gnostic thought, a mystical worldview that challenges mainstream religions and proposes that our universe is not the divine masterpiece it appears to be. Instead, it suggests that we live in a simulated reality, crafted by imperfect beings with their own agendas who seek to control rather than liberate us. The Gnostics tell a story that is both unsettling and liberating, a story about divine sparks trapped in the material world, the flawed Demiurge who crafted this simulation, and the Archons who maintain the illusion. But most importantly, they tell us how we might awaken from this illusion and reclaim our spiritual freedom. So let us delve into this profound philosophy, exploring its historical origins, connections to ancient texts, parallels with modern science, and its implications for our lives. The nature of the Creator, a cosmic dichotomy. To understand Gnostic thought, we must first challenge the idea of God, as it's commonly understood in mainstream religion. For the Gnostics, the Creator is not a single, all-powerful deity. Instead, creation itself is an interplay between the divine and the material, the perfect and the flawed, the authentic and the illusory. Two creators, the monad and the demiurge. The monad, the true creator. In Gnostic cosmology, the monad represents the ultimate source, a transcendent, unknowable presence that exists beyond time, space, and material form. The monad is pure, infinite consciousness, and its essence flows through all of creation. The demiurge, the false creator. The material world, however, was not directly crafted by the monad. Instead, it was shaped by the demiurge, a subordinate being born of imbalance. The demiurge falsely believes itself to be the ultimate creator and imposes its flawed vision on the cosmos. This dichotomy challenges the common religious narrative of a singular, benevolent God. For the Gnostics, the material world is not the work of divine perfection, but a flawed construct, a prison for the soul. Sophia's role in creation. At the heart of Gnostic cosmology is Sophia, the feminine aspect of divine wisdom. According to the Gnostics, Sophia, in her longing to create, acted without the consent of the monad. Her act of independent creation birthed the demiurge, who lacked the spiritual wisdom and balance of his origin. Realizing her mistake, Sophia embedded fragments of the divine essence, the pneuma, or divine spark, into humanity, ensuring that even in this flawed creation, the potential for liberation remained. Sophia's actions explain the dual nature of existence. The presence of divine light within a material world dominated by suffering, imperfection, and illusion. 2. The simulation, the illusion of the material world. The Gnostics' description of the material world as a simulation is strikingly modern, resonating with contemporary theories of simulated realities and virtual worlds. They believe that the material world is not the ultimate reality, but a construct designed to deceive and entrap us. What is the simulation? The simulation, according to Gnostic thought, is the material universe, a flawed copy of the divine realms, crafted by the demiurge. Like a virtual reality program, it mimics aspects of true creation but is ultimately limited, imperfect, and controlled. The role of the Archons. The Archons, subordinate entities created by the demiurge, serve as the gatekeepers of the simulation. Masters of deception. The Archons manipulate human perception, creating illusions to keep us focused on material concerns, wealth, power, and fear, rather than spiritual awakening. Architects of control. They influence social systems, religions, and hierarchies to maintain control over humanity, ensuring we remain trapped in cycles of ignorance and reincarnation. Imperfections in the simulation. The Gnostics believe that the simulation contains flaws, signs of its imperfection and falsehood. These flaws manifest in the entropy of the material world, the inevitability of decay, suffering, and death. However, they also serve as clues, pointing us toward the existence of a higher reality beyond the simulation. 3. The Gnostic path to liberation. Central to Gnostic thought is the idea that liberation from the simulation is possible, but it requires awakening to the truth of our existence and reconnecting with the divine spark within us. Awakening to gnosis, gnosis as intuitive knowledge. For the Gnostics, salvation does not come through faith or obedience to religious institutions. Instead, it comes through gnosis, direct, intuitive knowledge of spiritual truths. The role of inner transformation. Awakening requires looking inward, transcending the illusions of the material world, and recognizing our divine nature. Steps to liberation. 1. Recognition of illusion. Understand that the material world is a construct designed to deceive. 2. Detachment from materialism. Release attachments to wealth, status, and ego-driven desires. 3. Reconnection with the divine spark. Through meditation, contemplation, and spiritual practice, cultivate awareness of the divine essence within. 4. Overcoming fear. Recognize that fear is a tool of the Archons, used to keep humanity bound to the simulation. By confronting and transcending fear, we reclaim our power. The Demiurge and the origins of evil. The Gnostics provided a radical reinterpretation of the concept of evil. For them, evil is not a metaphysical force in opposition to God, but the result of ignorance and arrogance, specifically, the ignorance of the Demiurge. The arrogance of the Demiurge. The Demiurge believes itself to be the sole creator and seeks to impose its flawed vision on the cosmos. This arrogance leads to the creation of a world filled with suffering, imbalance, and imperfection. The nature of archonic control. The Archons, as extensions of the Demiurge, perpetuate this ignorance by maintaining systems of fear, control, and illusion. They thrive on humanity's low vibrational states, feeding off emotions like anger, greed, and despair. 5. Gnosticism and modern science. Parallels with simulation theory. The Gnostics' concept of the simulated world resonates with modern scientific and philosophical discussions about the nature of reality. Simulation theory. Tech pioneers like Elon Musk have suggested that advanced civilizations could create simulations indistinguishable from reality. If such simulations are possible, how can we be certain that we are not already living in one? The Gnostics would argue that we are, but the architects of our simulation are not benevolent programmers, but the flawed Demiurge and his Archons. Quantum mechanics. Quantum physics reveals phenomena that challenge our understanding of reality. Observer effect. Particles behave differently when observed, suggesting that consciousness plays a role in shaping reality. Non-locality. Particles separated by vast distances appear to influence each other instantaneously, hinting at an underlying interconnectedness beyond material boundaries. For the Gnostics, these phenomena align with the idea that the material world is not the ultimate reality, but a projection of deeper, unseen forces. 6. Sophia and the feminine principle in creation. Sophia's role in Gnostic cosmology highlights the importance of balance between masculine and feminine principles in creation. Sophia's redemption. After realizing her mistake in creating the Demiurge, Sophia seeks to restore balance by embedding the divine spark within humanity. Her story is one of redemption, reminding us that even in imperfection, there is the potential for healing and transcendence. 7. Reincarnation and the cycle of entrapment. The Gnostics viewed reincarnation not as a gift but as a mechanism of control, designed to keep souls trapped in the simulation. After death, souls are persuaded or coerced into reincarnating, often by archonic forces posing as benevolent guides. Liberation requires breaking free from this cycle by transcending the material world and reconnecting with the divine source. 8. The role of fear and distraction in the simulated world. In Gnostic thought, fear is not merely an emotion, it is a tool deliberately used by the Archons and the Demiurge to keep humanity tethered to the material world. Along with fear, distraction is one of the most effective mechanisms of control, ensuring that humanity remains focused on superficial desires and illusions instead of pursuing spiritual liberation. How fear operates in the simulation. The fear of death. The fear of mortality is one of the strongest forces binding humans to the material realm. By keeping people preoccupied with avoiding death or prolonging life, the Archons perpetuate attachment to the physical body and the illusion of permanence. Fear of the unknown. Fear of what lies beyond the material world prevents many from questioning reality. This fear reinforces blind faith in societal systems, religions, and external authorities that promise security within the simulation. Fear is low vibration. Fear vibrates at a low frequency, suppressing the soul's natural inclination toward higher states of consciousness. By fostering fear through war, poverty, disease, and social division, the Archons ensure that humanity remains locked in a state of disempowerment. Distraction, the great archonic tool. Distractions are engineered to divert humanity's attention from deeper truths. Materialism, the pursuit of wealth, possessions, and status, ensures that individuals stay preoccupied with external achievements rather than inner growth. Entertainment and media. Endless streams of entertainment, social media, and trivial news cycles numb the mind and prevent people from asking fundamental questions about existence. Fragmentation of focus. The overwhelming number of competing ideologies, beliefs, and societal expectations fractures humanity's collective consciousness, making it harder to focus on spiritual liberation. The Gnostics emphasize the need to overcome these distractions and fears by cultivating awareness and detachment. Only by recognizing these manipulations can we begin to dismantle their influence over our lives. 9. The role of light beings and guides in the Gnostic framework. While the Archons and the Demiurge represent forces of control and deception, the Gnostics also spoke of beings of light who work to guide and support humanity. These entities are often referred to as aeons or divine emanations. Unlike the Archons who feed off humanity's ignorance, these beings seek to awaken and liberate the divine spark within us. Aeons, the manifestations of the true Creator. What are aeons? Aeons are emanations of the monad, representing various aspects of divine consciousness such as wisdom, Sophia, love, and knowledge. They exist beyond the material realm and act as intermediaries between the monad and humanity. Sophia's redemption. As one of the aeons, Sophia's story of redemption highlights the role of aeons in guiding humanity out of the simulation. Her desire to restore balance is a reflection of the aeon's mission to bring humanity back to the divine source. Angels and light beings. In addition to the aeons, Gnostic texts describe light beings that serve as spiritual guides for humanity. These beings are not tied to the material realm and often communicate with humans through visions, dreams, or profound synchronicities. Role in liberation. These guides help souls remember their divine origin and provide spiritual tools to resist the influence of the Archons. How to connect with light beings. The Gnostics believe that connecting with divine entities requires intentional spiritual practice. 1. Meditation and contemplation. Quieting the mind creates a space for communication with higher realms. 2. Inner purity. Aligning with higher vibrations through love, compassion, and forgiveness makes it easier to resonate with beings of light. 3. Discernment. Not all entities are benevolent. The Gnostics warned of deceptive forces posing as guides. Trust your intuition and seek alignment with the purest aspects of divine consciousness. By aligning with these light beings, individuals can receive guidance, protection, and insights that aid their journey towards spiritual liberation. 10. Cosmic duality and the balance between light and shadow. The Gnostic worldview is deeply rooted in the concept of duality, the interplay between light and shadow, creation and destruction, knowledge and ignorance. This duality is not inherently evil, but is a fundamental aspect of existence. Understanding and balancing these forces is essential for escaping the simulation and achieving spiritual awakening. Duality in creation, Christos and Sophia. In Gnostic cosmology, Christos represents the masculine aspect of divine creation, while Sophia embodies the feminine. Together, they symbolize the unity of opposites and the balance necessary for harmonious existence. Demiurge and the monad. The demiurge, though flawed, serves as a shadow to the monad's light. The interplay between the two allows souls to experience duality, which is essential for growth and self-realization. Shadow as a catalyst for growth. The role of imperfection. While the simulation is inherently flawed, these imperfections serve as opportunities for learning and evolution. Just as physical exercise strengthens the body through resistance, spiritual growth is accelerated by challenges and adversity. Integrating the shadow. The Gnostics did not advocate rejecting the shadow entirely. Instead, they emphasized the need to integrate it, understanding its role in the larger cosmic balance. The path of the middle way. Gnostic teachings often align with the idea of the middle way, a path that avoids extremes and seeks balance between light and shadow. Transcending duality. True liberation comes not from choosing one side of the duality, but from transcending it altogether, recognizing that both light and shadow are part of the same cosmic whole. Unity consciousness. By seeing beyond the illusion of separation, individuals can align with the monad and experience oneness with the divine source. Final thoughts. Awakening beyond the simulated world. The Gnostic perspective offers a profound and radical framework for understanding the nature of reality and our place within it. At its core lies the idea that the material world is a flawed simulation, a construct designed by the Demiurge and maintained by Archons to entrap humanity. This simulated reality is characterized by imperfections, illusions, and systems of control that distract us from our true spiritual potential. Yet, the Gnostic teachings are not just a warning but a guide to liberation. They remind us that within every human lies a divine spark, a fragment of the ultimate creator, the monad. This spark holds the potential to awaken us to the truth of existence and reconnect us with higher realms beyond the simulation. Key insights from Gnostic thought. 1. The simulation. The material world is a deceptive construct filled with entropy and suffering, created not by the true divine source but by the flawed Demiurge. 2. Archonic control. Fear, distraction, and low vibrational states are tools used by the Archons to maintain their dominion over human consciousness. 3. Sophia's redemption. Despite the flaws in creation, the divine feminine wisdom, Sophia, embedded her essence within humanity, ensuring that the potential for liberation exists in all of us. 4. The path to liberation. True freedom lies in awakening to gnosis, intuitive knowledge of our divine origin. Through detachment from materialism, the integration of shadow, and the cultivation of higher vibrations, we can transcend the cycles of reincarnation and reconnect with the monad. 5. Guidance from light beings. Aeons and other light beings act as guides, helping us navigate the challenges of the simulated world and align with the ultimate source of divine truth. A call to awaken. The journey through Gnostic thought reveals not only the limitations of the material world, but also the infinite potential of the human spirit. The flaws and dualities of the simulation, while oppressive, also serve as catalysts for growth and self-realization. By recognizing and overcoming the illusions of the simulation, we can break free from the cycles of fear and ignorance and step into the fullness of our divine nature. In this framework, existence becomes not a prison, but a challenge, a test to awaken and rise beyond the false constructs that confine us. The teachings of Gnosticism encourage us to live consciously, seek wisdom, and reconnect with the divine essence within. Only then can we transcend the simulation and experience the boundless freedom of the true divine reality. If you found this episode enlightening, consider clicking the thanks button to support Positive Vortex. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more episodes of Beyond the Veil.